Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a deadlift day. But a quick reminder for those of you who follow these videos, please remember to click like down below. Be greatly appreciated. Over to the training. We didn't go real hard today because I've had detraining. Remember the week before the meet, all I did was some singles. Right? I did just built up with some singles, and then the meet I did some singles, and all I did was kettlebell work during my deload week. So really, my posterior chain and back hasn't been worked for 2 weeks. Definitely feeling detrained. Even my low back felt really weak doing some of this. It took me a bit to get into the groove. So again, I went with the numbers I'm going to work with of just taking my easy meet lift, which was not a true max, using it as my calculated training max. And so we just did a triple with 495. Now it was obviously easy. I obviously had reps in the tank. Best you guys have seen me do so far was 11 reps with 500. All right, you guys have seen me triple like 60 pounds more than this easily. So again, wasn't trying to go hard, but here's the thing. After kind of 2 weeks of detraining, what I did in this workout is enough to elicit a training response. Now deadlifting, I haven't really been doing 5x10s. I've been doing 3x10s because they're so taxing. Once we get to, my strength level of 600 plus puller. So again, we just ran off 50% of the training max, 3x10, used straps. Now my stomach also felt really full because I ate a lot, because I'm kind of doing even my keto, but I'm doing intermittent fasting. I probably need to start my feed window a little later instead of starting it at 3 a.m. sometimes. But I've been giving myself about a 6 to 7 hour feed window. I need to cut that down so I'm not quite as full during my workouts, so that I get food in before training and then still get plenty of food after. Probably be wiser, and then not eat in the afternoons. But as far as this goes, all my assistants, because this is assistants and then accessories, I only did 3 sets of everything. Because I know I'm going to cramp, my hamstrings and stuff are going to cramp. I'm going to do a live stream later for you guys today. I really don't want my hamstrings to cramp up in the middle of that. And again, we do the math. My whole posterior chain got 10 sets. Now, we could argue things like glute ham raises don't work the low back that well. We could argue hamstrings don't get hit that well during reverse hypers, so maybe they count as half sets, blah, blah, blah. We can make that argument, and I'll make that argument when I take them up to 5 sets each, which I will eventually do. We could kind of make that case. But even then, we're only getting 13 to 14 sets for posterior chain if I limit the deadlifts to 3 rep sets, and 1 heavy work set. So we're still not getting crazy high on volumes, although that definitely puts a priority towards my posterior chain. Right? Just like my training it's going to be biased towards posterior chain and triceps, just in general. Right? Everything else is just going to get the minimums to see a training response in muscle growth, right? Because we need everything to grow. I'll slightly prioritize those areas. Slightly prioritize them a bit moving forward, although we could make the case my pecs might need it too. So again, the workout wasn't super hard, but I feel it. Because this area is detrained, that pretty much in the last 2.5 weeks, all I have done for my posterior chain was some deadlift singles. Okay, because I had a real deadlift day on a Friday. Then Monday I did my, little mock meet. Saturday I did my meet, and then my posterior chain hadn't been touched, since then. That meet was on the 12th. Unless we count the squats that I did, or the goblet squats I did on my deload week, and I don't really think that counts. It's glutes. It's not full posterior chain. This first set of glute ham raises was really hard. I didn't think I was going to make it through it. Then the second and third set got easier. But my hamstrings got beat up from this. My low back got beat up. And then my glutes and low back got beat up again with the reverse hypers. But you guys notice I've got a new pad. Notice you don't see all those straps around that broken pad. It took me 9 months to get it. It took months to get in stock. And last year in December, I ordered this pad. I finally got it in a few days ago. Hey, I had to contact Titan again to say, hey, what's going on with this? You guys said it was shipped in February when I ordered it in December. Like, oh, we're sorry. We got one. We'll rush it out to you. And they did. Of course, it came during my vacation, so I had to put a stop on it for FedEx to deliver it after I got home. But I've got it installed. My glute ham raise is complete again. So it's more sturdy, works better since I got that new pad. And it was my own fault for using a setting the way I did and pushing my knees into it too hard. All right, be careful with how you use your settings on these because I broke it a long time ago. But the other one didn't break, and because I've kept the form good. But glute ham raises and reverse hypers, I feel these are two of the best deadlift accessories there are. You know, there's a reason I have these devices. People say, you know, why would you throw money in those? Well, again, they're so useful. They helped build my deadlift past 600. You know, for those curious, I had someone say me do the little triples because I've got a loon followers. They saw that and like, what's your max? My max is 600 plus, guys. You guys have seen me pull between October and today over 600 pounds. I've done it 4 times on camera, right? I've done it 4 times on camera. You guys have watched me do 5 reps with 550, which is what I walked in and just pulled at the meet and left it, set it down easy and laughed at it and went home. Because again, I set a Texas record with less weight than broke my own record, and that 551 at meet was not only a state record, it qualified me for Worlds. It's all I needed that day. So my goal at the next meet is just going to be to PR by 10 kilos on all my lifts. I just want my total to go up 30 kilos. And then we'll take it up another 30, you know, or 40 at Worlds later this year. That's the goal. So the goal is going to be to PR at every meet, hopefully without having to truly max. If I have to, I'll max for world records. Outside of breaking a record, I don't see the point in maxing out. Like there's no point. You put in 95%. Right? If I just need meet PRs, I can work at 90 to 95% in comp and get them. Now, if world record's on the line, and I will have a deadlift world record on the line this year, it will be on the line at Worlds and probably again at Nationals the next year. You know, I'll max out if I have to. But in the meantime, this workout was really, even though it's such low volume, really only about 10 total work sets. This was hard. Like, I feel it. My entire posterior chain feels it. I know I did some work because, again, a little bit of detraining, I'm going to get probably a pretty large training response from this. So next week, I'm going to probably come back feeling a lot stronger and able to handle more work. So I'll do more total sets. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.